Hey, what's happening? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. Thanksgiving morning, Thursday. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I've already downloaded a video that I made last night or yesterday afternoon talking about one of the worst Thanksgivings I ever had. Sitting alone in my rented room eating a can of chili while my family was across town in a nice restaurant enjoying a meal, and it was all my choosing. So that video is downloading now, Thanksgiving morning. Some mornings I just come across a lot of stories and I have inspiration, things that relate to my life, things I've been through. You guys know this is stuff I like to talk about. This morning there's several things I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about Elon Musk first. Also, I don't know if I'll get to it in this video, the suspect from Colorado Springs, the Club Q incident, Anderson Lee Aldrich. There's pictures of him now, stomped severely. More bruising than I've ever had, and I've gotten the bejesus beat out of me. And I want to debate me talking about that, me putting it on social media, kind of gloating over it, because I feel happy that he's beat. So I want to talk about that. That's going to probably be in another video. And also, another important thing I want to talk about in a future video is social anxiety. Social anxiety is one of the main reasons I first started using, without a doubt. And I'm going to tell you guys something personal here. I have been physically ill twice in the last 12 hours, just because of social anxiety. Just going to sit down and eat a meal with my family who I've known my entire life. So I want to talk about that. That's going to be a whole separate future video. Social anxiety this time of year, especially with losing someone too. Okay, let's go back to Elon Musk. All right, you guys know I don't like Elon Musk. I'm not a big fan. I think there's something wrong with our society when we start worshiping these people that have more money than the human mind can comprehend. Donald Trump and Elon Musk come to mind here. These guys, like they say, absolute power corrupts absolutely. And these guys have more money than God. But anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about Elon Musk and something I see that I honestly think will be his downfall. And I've seen it other times in my life, and I've seen people not do it. Okay, what am I talking about? I'm talking about, let's go back to YouTube. When I first started watching YouTube, maybe 10, 12, maybe even 15 years ago. Do you guys remember when WES Watson first came out? He got released from a 10-year bid in California. He's a big, muscular dude. I'll probably use his picture on this thumbnail. He is a trainer. He's a speaker now. He's doing fantastically well. If you look at his site, I'll put a link down to his YouTube page. He's got a YouTube page, Instagram pages. I'll put a link down below. I'm sure you've heard of him. And I want to talk about Bo the Fifth Column too, comes to mind, but most of all, WES Watson. Why am I talking about this? Elon Musk, in the last few days, I've seen him do this several times. Now, he's in control of several companies. I was reading another article about how Tesla stocks have dropped. Elon Musk supposedly has lost $100 million in the last couple of days. The stock from Tesla has dropped. And he has a very hands-on, it's like a bottleneck. He has all these companies, Tesla, now Twitter, and all the other companies he owns. And he is in complete control down to the minutia of everyday workings. And I suppose some people can work on that level. I just found out that he's autistic. I had no idea. All right. But anyway, just recently, he replied to Stephen King, to Trent Reznor, and then Will Wheaton joined in. Will Wheaton's one of my favorite actors too. He's a geek like me. If Will Wheaton happens to see this, I mean, that's a compliment. Okay, so Trent Reznor says he's getting off. He's the singer of the lead guy from Nine Inch Nails. And I can't remember his exact words, but he's had it. It's not good for his mental health. And I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying. And he says he's getting off Twitter. And I didn't see any direct dig at Elon Musk at that. And Musk had to reply to that. He replied, he called Trent Reznor crybaby. And you think about it. I'll get to that more in a second. And then Stephen King. I can't quite remember his comment. I think it was about Elon Musk. And then Musk also replied to Stephen King. And Musk replied, "Oh, hi, LOL." Like, "Oh, hi, LOL." Like, "Oh, you're still around. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, you're still somebody of significance, LOL." Just two letters, and three letters. "Oh, hi, LOL." And I looked at those replies. Now let's go back to Wes Watson. One of the things that made me, I felt a connection, like a mentorship. I liked, there's a lot of things that me and Wes Watson had in common. He was more involved in the nefarious side of life. Let's put it that way. And he turned his life around completely through exercise, through working out, and most of all through his mindset. And he's driving around in the best cars, the most beautiful places, the most beautiful penthouse in San Diego now, and he still makes several videos a day. But one of the things that caught my attention was, he's a big, one of the biggest muscular guys I've ever seen in my life. Dedicated to physically working out every day. And that's also how one of the things that I've used to achieve my recovery is 3 or 4 hours of exercise, working out every single day. So I felt a kinship with him. But this is the thing that I admired about him. He never replied to haters. Now here's this big muscular guy, that could kick the bejesus out of anyone on the planet. And and he had the mind, and you could tell Wes Watson. He's one of those guys. I've been around the block, and he's one of those guys that has done it. He's been there. He doesn't just walk the walk. He just doesn't talk the talk. He walks the walk. But I never once saw him reply to. I go through all the hundreds or thousands of comments. This is back it's probably 8 or 10 years ago, and never. You'd see these comments underneath his videos, and you'd wait to see, and nothing. Just, and I had such admiration for that. Not giving haters, not rewarding bad behavior, not taking any stock in people trying to bring you down, not getting caught up in that whole web. To me, constructive criticism is one thing. I love constructive criticism, especially with my artwork. I think I listen more to people that don't like my paintings or that criticize my paintings than the people that like them. Because to me, it's a true opinion. That's constructive criticism. Now, Trent Reznor, that was constructive criticism. He was actually saying that he doesn't believe that Twitter is good for his mental health anymore. And it looks like he's completely sincere. And Musk jumps in. Now this man is worth billions, $300 billion, which write that out. Write that out. That's I can't even remember how many. I think it's like 12 zeros. It's an ungodly amount of money. And he's the head of space agencies. He's got satellites in the air. He's got his own line of vehicles, his own line of automobiles. And now he owns an entire social media platform. And he feels the need to reply to childishly reply to random compliments. Now, I'm not putting down Trent Reznor, but I don't see his name a lot these days. He was big in the late 80s, early 90s. And and Stephen King is popular with people that read. Eli, I don't think a lot of people I don't know. I'm not gonna insult anybody here. You know, I don't see the need to defend his tweet, and he's not even defending his platform with the "oh hi LOL" comment to Stephen King. This reminds me of an architect I used to work for when I first started drafting. I worked for Merrill Associates in Southbury, Connecticut, and we had this one, the Rick Merrill, the head of the company, and he was a genius, and we had all different aspects of, we had our own in-house civil engineer, we had our own in-house interior design. It was a big firm, about 15, 20 people. Also in contact with developers. We were our own machine, putting up not just buildings, but whole lots, like elderly housing, like 100 buildings. And the problem with Rick is he had to go to each individual desk and approve each individual thing, just the smallest changes. And all day he would stand there with a cigarette and coffee and pound them and go from desk to desk to desk to desk, back and forth around the whole office. And everything had to go through him. And then we got into CAD, computer aided drafting. And that was just one step too much. He didn't understand CAD. And everything began to bottleneck. And it reminds me of Elon Musk. Now, I'm pretty sure Merrill Associates, I got laid off. Everybody got laid off back in 20, 30 years ago. And I doubt the firm even exists anymore. But I've seen this kind of business model before, when people that have so much going on feel the need to handle every bit of minutia. And then, you watch Elon Musk, and now he feels the need. How much time does it take to go through to find these comments from Trent Reznor, from Stephen King, to type out? You're the head of Twitter. You're the head of Tesla. You're the head of a space agency, basically. And you're taking the time to type out hi, LOL. To me, that is just a significant, useless act, a waste of time. I can't see if I had any money invested in anything that has to do anything with Elon Musk, I would take the money out of it right now. I don't see how this business model can succeed. I am no business expert. I'm no internet expert. I'm no space expert, but I've seen this type of personality before, and it does not work. They keep adding things and wanting to be in control of everything, and then it's just the straw that breaks the camel's back, and it breaks down. Just my thoughts. All right, I got two more subjects I want to talk about. Anderson Lee Aldrich. I want to talk about his beating, and should I talk about it in a video or not? And social anxiety. Those videos will be coming up. You guys have yourselves a great Thanksgiving.